Hello and welcome back to the 5 Cent Cigar Newscast. I'm Leah Crowley, thank you for joining us. Coming up this week, we have how URI's fitness facilities are functioning amidst the pandemic, as well as how URI's COVID-19 tracker actually works. Stay tuned to find out. Despite the pandemic, URI's fitness centers are open and following COVID-19 guidelines. Imani Fleming has more.
URI Campus Recreation and Wellness have reopened to the community this fall despite the COVID-19 pandemic. This semester, new systems have been put into place to ensure the overall health and safety of all students and staff. URI Fitness and Wellness Specialist Denise Robin tells us more about the university-approved safety precautions.
From the beginning, we realized, and following CDC and RIDOH and of course university guidelines, we need to do spacing. So people are at least 6 feet apart, and we have to wear masks. That's a university policy. So in order to work around that, this summer we worked really hard with measuring tapes and X's on the floor, hand sanitizer stations, stanchions for people lining up to get in.
According to Robin, capacity limitations are also being enforced at all recreational facilities, including restrictions on the number of reservations available for group exercise classes.
Prior to COVID, we would have max capacity in many of our group exercise classes at 30 or 24 for a cycle because we have 24 bikes. And this year, depending on the square footage of the studio, those limits dropped down. For one of our studios, it's only 7. For another one, it's 8. For our studio down at Tutel, it's 12, I believe. And here, our cycle studio is only 4.
Outside of the fitness classes and activities available to members, there are also opportunities for students to engage in wellness programs sponsored by Campus Recreation. Among these include socially distanced meditation on the quad and journaling workshops. Most of these programs are now 100% remote, which, Robin says, has helped many first-year students meet new people and build strong connections.
It's been a challenge, but it really has been transformational for us. And we're doing things that we probably could have been doing all along. So it's really quite exciting. It's opening up a whole new world of how we can actually reach people and help them enhance their health and well-being without coming into the gym.
All reservations for group exercise classes, workout sessions, and wellness activities can be made through the new Roadie Connect app or IM Leagues.
According to Robin, Campus Recreation is fully prepared to pivot in the event of a coronavirus outbreak and remains fluid amid the uncertainty. Reporting from outside of the Anna Fascitelli Fitness and Wellness Center, I'm Imani Fleming, 5 Cent Cigar News.
Have you been confused about how, according to URI's COVID-19 tracker, the number of positive cases keeps changing? Well, I definitely was, which is why I sat down with the Director of Health Services, Ellen Reynolds, to find out how to better understand our COVID-19 tracker. URI's Health Services and the Communications Marketing Department teamed up to create URI's COVID-19 tracker.
We had determined in consultation with the Department of Health and really the other institutes of higher ed, if you look at other trackers across the state and probably the US, people use a 7-day calendar to figure their percent positive. The positives never come off. If you scroll down, you're going to see our total number of positive cases from when we started on January 22nd. The test administered does change. So every day you go 1 day further down, drop a day off, add a new day. And depending upon how many tests that we do, that number will fluctuate regularly. So to try to clarify for people, that's a moving target. It's a 7-day snapshot. So that test administered, positive cases, and positive test rate will change on a daily basis.
Basically, what this means is that the numbers displayed here are just for those 7 days. Here's an example. Let's say the tracker is showing data from today, October 8th, until a week from now, so the 14th. Let's say there was 10 positive cases on the 8th, and then 0 on the 9th, 10th, 11th, and so on. The positive number of cases the tracker would display is 10. Let's say on the 15th now, there was only 1 positive new case. Since the tracker only shows data for 7 days and we've added a day, the first day's data will be dropped. So now, even though the 10 COVID cases from October 8th still exist, they are no longer included in the tracker. Because the tracker is a snapshot of 7 days, it'll now read that there is 1 positive case.
So it's the test administered during that 7-day period, it's the positive cases during that 7-day period, and it's the positivity rate for those 7 days.
The numbers on the tracker, however, may not represent the actual total number of cases in the URI community.
The tracker currently only displays testing done by the health center or on behalf of the health center through us.
According to Reynolds, some students may be trying to get tested off campus at places like this CVS in order to avoid university quarantine. But Reynolds warns against trying this.
The Rhode Island Department of Health is going to receive any positive results, and they're immediately going to call my cell phone, which they are now, and they're going to advise me that one of our community members has tested positive, and we'll begin the process with them through the case investigation and identifying close contacts. So there is no benefit to going off to an outside entity to get tested.
Now, students will not be able to avoid university quarantine or testing, as health services announced mandatory testing for all students on Monday.
We're in this together. We need everybody working together. And the idea of the testing, the isolation and the quarantine is to try to keep our community healthy and well, and it's going to take all of our members working together to do that.
URI's mandatory testing will be effective immediately. Students will be tested in the Ryan Center parking lots, Memorial Union, and health services. Students will be notified the day before they are to be tested. According to URI's tracker, between September 28th and October 5th, there have been 74 positive cases with a 3% positive test rate. That's all we have for you today at the 5 Cent Cigar Newscast. Stay safe, Rhodey.